Backlash in France turned out better than I expected. Before I officially start this video off, I just wanted to say something about the crowd in France. They were on another level. I am happy that the WWE will continue to bring premium live events to other countries. The US fans look like they take being a live audience for granted. It's crazy that the crowd in France had more energy at Backlash than a larger crowd in Philly for Wrestlemania. Well, with that being said, let's see if I got these match predictions right. Starting off the event was the Bloodline versus Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Both teams started off brawling before the match officially started. It got so bad that SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis made the match a street fight. Randy and KO had the upper hand throughout the beginning of the match and even taking Tonga and Solo throughout the crowd. When the fight was brought back to the ring, the weapons came out and all hell broke loose. With all the action going on, I forgot this was the opening match. Although the Bloodline were getting taught a lesson the whole match, the tables turned when the newest member of the Bloodline got involved. Tonga's brother, Tonga Loa, took steel steps to the head of KO and Randy. And since this was a street fight, it was all legal. This gave Solo the opportunity to Samoan spike Kevin Owens for the win. Solo needed a win badly since he's been on a consistent losing streak all year, and we need to see Solo as a threat being the new tribal chief. It would have been too unbelievable to have Solo or newcomer Tonga beat two of some of the best superstars WWE has to offer in a tag match. So having Tonga Loa interfere and cost Randy and KO the match really made this more believable and makes us think that the new era Bloodline is a strong faction without Roman Reigns. My prediction was the Bloodline gets the win, but I thought Jacob Fatu would have interfered. Other than the interference, looks like I got this one right. Next up was Bayley versus Naomi versus Tiffany Stratton in a triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship. I really liked this match because I had high hopes for Tiffany's performance in this match. The rookie of the three did the best throughout the whole match. From the get, Tiffany was putting on a show and outperformed both Bayley and Naomi. I understand that the WWE has been pushing Tiffany, and I see why. She was able to hold her own against two veterans. Yes, Naomi and Bayley delivered during the match as expected. However, Tiffany being the newcomer did stand out, which I knew would happen. What was disappointing was towards the end of the match, Naomi and Bayley did their version of a 3D to Tiffany, which made her roll out of the ring, giving Bayley the opportunity to pin Naomi for the win. For this match, I predicted Bayley would retain her title. However, I did speak highly of Tiffany Stratton. I knew she would have been the star of the match. Tiffy is definitely women's champion material, and after some time, she will eventually have her true championship opportunity. I'm surprised this match was not right before the main event, but we had Damian Priest defending his World Heavyweight Championship against main event Jay Uso. This was a decent match where we saw both competitors fighting hard to be World Heavyweight Champion. This was by far better than Jay's Wrestlemania match with his brother Jimmy. Yes, Jay did do repeat super kicks as usual, but they seem more effective here than his last PLE match. As expected, the Judgement Day intervened to give Priest the edge against Jay, but this wasn't what Priest wanted. After getting the win, Finn and JD started beating Jay Uso, but Damian Priest ended that quickly. There was some back and forth with the Judgement Day members during the celebration. Is the Judgement Day on the verge of a breakup? This looks to be really good. The one thing I hate that keeps happening to Jay is that he is a fan favorite who continues to get title shots but loses constantly. It's getting to a point where we know Jay will entertain the crowd but will still come up short in the end. My prediction was Priest retains, and that he did. Next up was Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus the Kabuki Warriors. I'll have to admit, the outcome of this match was a bit predictable. Once you have the champions make their way to the ring first and then the challengers enter to the ring, you knew those titles were getting lost. Bianca carried most of the match for her team, and Jade would provide powerhouse moves to get the win. Jade still has some work to do before she can have long matches on her own. After looking at some comments, people thought the match was botched. The issue is people are making it that Jade was the reason why the match was all over the place. I will make a separate video on this topic, but understand that Asuka and Kairi Sane should take some blame for this too. with mix-ups of who was the legal woman to having the language barrier to keep them from calling proper spots. Eventually, the match got back on track and Jade performed her impressive facebuster signature move, and the match ended with Bianca securing the win. My prediction was Bianca and Jade become the new women's tag champions, and that's what happened. This team of Bianca and Jade will pay off in the long run. Jade will continue to learn the ropes, no pun intended. Once Jade is polished as a better wrestler, a feud between her and Bianca will be the best women's feud of all time, and I stand by that statement. And finally, the main event. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes defended his title against the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. I'll be honest, I knew this match would at least be decent, but I didn't have that much high hope. It looked like the WWE was trying to build some last minute hype or feud with Rhodes and Styles. AJ Styles mentioned beating Dusty Rhodes a few years back. He said this to get under Cody's skin, and it looks like once The Rock slapped Cody, everyone wants to follow suit. Of course, being both former leaders of the Bullet Club, Rhodes tried to do the infamous Bullet Club pose, and AJ took it as an opportunity to slap Cody. Not a lot of people are liking the heel Styles, but I think he's doing great. The match was good, with good back and forward, but Cody did channel his inner Brock Lesnar and performed a nice armbar lock on Styles. He also brought out a cartwheel and did the Stardust taunt. The match was great, nothing too crazy or special, but it was a very enjoyable match. I think the crowd had a huge impact on the match as well. Cody did seal the deal with a high-flying Super Cody Cutter and a Crossroads. After watching this match and seeing how well of a match Cody and AJ Styles put on, I can't accept the fans calling Cody boring or a horrible champion. He gave you everything you needed in a title defense match. Good job, Cody. My prediction was Cody retains and he didn't disappoint. I'm 5 for 5 with my predictions. I'm not gonna lie, these matches were very predictable. I will, however, be providing my predictions for all upcoming WWE Premium Live events. Let's see how well I do throughout the year. What were your thoughts on Backlash? Leave a comment below and let us know what was your favourite or least favourite parts.